The following is a morning walk conversation with His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on July 21st, 1975 in San Francisco, California.
Krishnadas, some scientists say that there is no life in the other planets. And some scientists say there may be. So who is correct?
Well, didn't the Yamadutas, you stated in your lecture yesterday that the Yamadutas said that what is truth is what is in the Vedas. So I assume from the Vedas, Vedic knowledge, that there is life on other planets. Logically speaking also.
Yeah. How can you say there is no life?
But the scientists are saying, though, that the nearest star to our, they consider the sun a star, and that the nearest star to ours is 4 light years away, which means that they do not believe that there's life in this entire solar system, the planets nearest us, the Moon, Venus, Mercury, Mars, Neptune, Jupiter. They assume it's either too cold.
No, we say in the sun there is life. Otherwise, how Krishna says, Imang vivasate yogam pratkamana hamabban. I spoke this Bhagavad Gita science to the sun god. So, sun god is dead stone, and Krishna spoke to him.
They're very convinced that they went to the moon. They're very convinced that they went to the moon. The scientists, they're very convinced that they went to the moon.
I was going to ask you, Prabhupada, is that the moon planet that we see, is that the same moon planet that's mentioned in the Shastras? Same planet?
Yes.
Yes, same one.
Same one. But the moon planet where they went, there is a dark planet. That is not moon planet.
My father is a graduate of Berkeley, and he majored in astrology and chemistry. And he's an atheist, and his logic is that it's very empirical. Is that if there's other life, they have to have bodies similar to ours. So it's impossible to have a life on the sun because we could not live there. That's the empirical way of.
You cannot live there, therefore there is no life.
That's what they assume.
But you cannot live in the water. Why there is life?
Well,
What is
fish.
What is this nonsense?
They don't have a body like yours.
Right.
There are millions of living entities within the water, but you cannot live even for half an hour.
But to scientific knowledge, there's no life in fire.
Why not?
Well,
Fire is also one of the elements like water and earth. So if there is life in the water, life on the earth, why not in the fire? What is this logic?
Actually, everything is burning. Everything is burning. Even this body is also on fire.
No, the material ingredients, 5 elements, out of the 5 elements, fire is one of them. So, if in the 4 elements there are life, why not in the 5th? How do you say? That is their ignorance.
You say even in the Shastra, Prabhupada, that there's so many living entities in this body. There's so many living entities living in this body. It's
that's
evident.
a fact. As soon as the body is dead, so many living entities will come out. Why? How it is possible? How the living entities are coming? What is the reason? You say the body is dead. So why from the dead body other living entities coming?
It becomes food for other life. It becomes food. Correct?
Food or whatever it may be, but the body, the ingredients of the body are complete to get life. You cannot say some chemical is missing. If it is missing, then how so many living entities are coming? There is nothing missing, everything is there. You cannot say missing. What is that missing? You do not know. That is soul.
I have these, when I first joined the movement, Srila Prabhupada, I used to listen to your lectures and go talk with my father. And he would argue with me, and I would find a question, come back and ask you, find the answer, go back and argue with him. But the thing I always came up against is that if he assumes that there's life on other planets, or that there is a supreme source, a supreme energy, or God, then it destroys his entire life's work, his study.
They are fools. They should stop all this education. This university should be broken. Because they are producing only fools. That's all. They should stop this education.
Donate all these buildings to you.
The buildings will remain there, but they will be finished. What is this education? They do not know what is God, what is soul. What is the meaning of education? Simply bodily concept of life, like cats and dogs. So what is the use of education? They remain cats and dogs. There is no value.
They cannot live happily either.
Huh?
They cannot live happily
Because
or
basically they are mistaken. How they can be happy?
Yeah.
Basically they are mistaken. How you can be happy? They do not know what is happiness.
As a matter of fact, that's the same thing my father said. He says that because you believe in God, he says you don't have to fear death. He says, but I have nothing to look forward to.
So that is also the position of a stone. So you better remain a stone, but I am life. The stone does not believe anything, and still it is happy. So you remain a stone, I am not stone, I am life.
There is a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita that without Lord Chaitanya, there is no life. That without Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there is no life.
Yes.
Achaitanya.
Achaitanya, yeah.
So this dark planet then is closer?
Huh?
This dark Rahu planet, this is closer?
Yeah.
Rahu?
Rahu, yes. Rahu is between earth and
Moon?
sun. Moon is above sun.
So it is bigger than the sun?
Huh? Not necessarily. The size is there in the Bhagavad.
In Stockholm, Prabhupada, they had in the museum, they have a whole room. And in the room there's American flag and Swedish flag, and there's a whole exhibit with one teeny little rock about as big as my fingernail that the Americans gave the Swedes. It's supposed to be a rock from the moon. And they said in it that it's exactly as any kind of rock that you'll find on Earth.
You see?
There was no difference.
It is simply cheating. They found this in Arizona somebody. And laboratory, what?
I've been trying to arrange a meeting between your Divine Grace and that astronaut. He was going to come to Rath Yatra, but he had to go to Florida for some space project.
What does he say, astronaut?
He says that his name is Edgar Mitchell, and he was one of the men who went to the moon. So we talked, and he said that actually he thinks he has gone to the moon. But he said that when he was there, he had a religious experience. And he felt that there was a God. When he went to the moon, he had this experience. So when he came back, he was telling all his scientist friends what his experience was. So they became very afraid, and they kicked him out of the space project. They thought he had become a fanatic, religious sentimentalist, so they kicked him out. So now he has opened up an institute for noetic sciences, or there's some Greek word, it means like spiritual science. He wants to prove to the scientific world that there is God.
That's nice. He's good.
Well, we gave him a copy of Easy Journey to Other Planets and Srimad Bhagavatam, and he's been reading that. He is friends with that other scientist, Werner von Braun, who gave that speech also saying that he feels that there's definitely God by scientific studies. We also wrote him a letter, but we haven't gotten any response. Sarup Damodar Prabhu wrote him also.
What he?
He's a very big scientist for Fairchild. He started the space project.
He invented those rockets in Germany.
And he was actually captured. He used to work for Hitler. He invented the V-2 rockets that bombed London. Or was one of them.
He gave a very nice talk here in San Francisco.
About?
He said that from his scientific studies, he's feeling frustrated. So he made a public statement that he's going to give them up for studying God. He says that he feels that everything indicates in the universe that there must be a supreme intelligence behind the workings of the universe.
Very intelligent. He is intelligent. As soon as one denies the existence of God, immediately he comes within the category of four classes of men: sinful, rascal, lowest of the mankind, and knowledge taken away by man.
The four classes that never surrender unto Krishna.
Or do not admit the existence of God.
To assume that there is no God is basically non-scientific. To assume that there is no God is basically non-scientific because they're denying an entire, field of study.
Yes. Therefore, they are rascals. Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Why the Western world is so much involved in science is because the religions that have been presented here in the West have cheated the people economically.
No, I cheated. Christian religion says God created.
But the followers do not practice this idea. The original idea is very nice.
No, they became over-intelligent by so-called education.
Over-intelligent?
Yes.
How
Over-intelligence means rascal. Intelligence is good, but over-intelligence means rascal.
How does that work, Srila Prabhupada?
Huh?
How does that happen when you become over-intelligent?
Over-intelligent, it is sarcastically said. More than intelligent.
Speculatism.
Yeah.
What I meant to say is that the directors of these religions, like the Pope and so many things, they themselves have committed so many abominable activities that people have said, well, why should we stay with religions? These religious leaders themselves are eating meat, they have prostitution, They are cheating the people, taking their money, living very
But that
nicely.
is not religion. Why you accept the Pope as religious?
No, we don't accept
You
that.
reject. You reject. Come to us. Why do you accept these rascals as religious? That is your fault. Why should you stick to them? That they cannot teach what is real religion. So let us give it.
In Germany, they say that's throwing the baby out with the dirty bathwater.
Trying?
So when they wash the baby, and the water's dirty, so they throw the water out with the baby.
Throwing out the baby
With the
with the
Well, they're assuming because there's some irreligion amongst the so-called religious leaders, therefore they reject all religion.
no.
Scientists, I mean.
No. Why?
Well, that's
Because you have received some counterfeit coin, therefore you should reject all coins.
That's the logic.
That is not logic. That is foolishness.
Right.
That is foolishness. You must be experienced that there are counterfeit coins. I shall be very clever and intelligent to see before accepting any genuine coin. That should be your conclusion. Not that I have met one or two counterfeit coins, therefore I conclude there is no genuine coin.
Like in the old days when they would get a gold coin, they would bite it with their teeth to see if it was real gold. Make a test.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
False. They must also conclude that there's something true, because that is relative.
Like,
The basis for scientific rejection of religious dogma is that in the medieval era in India,
religious, not dogma. It's like in Christian religion, it is said that God created this. So this is a fact, but it is not properly explained. And neither the followers understood how to explain. Third class men. Yes. So therefore they should accept, that's all. They should accept. Just like one thing sweet meat, a child is tasting. So if the child wants how it is made, then he has no power to understand. Therefore he should be simply order, you simply eat, that's all. So in the Bible it is like that. And therefore it is strictly ordered that you should follow. The things are there, but they are not explained. Because they are third class men. Otherwise why the commandment was thou shalt not kill, and they killed first of all Jesus Christ. So what class of men they are? All third class, fourth class men. How they will understand? Now people have become, by education
Go this way.
advanced.
So they have these sprinklers on you.
Now they should come to big dictionary. This is Vedic. The Vedic truth is there, but it is not properly explained because the men were fourth class. Now the people have become advanced. They should take to Vedic literature. Then they will understand how God created. But it was not explained because the people there, they are living in the desert and shepherds and all fourth class, fifth class men. Now this first class men or advanced men, they are trying to adjust the 10th class ideas. Therefore they are becoming rejected. That is all it is. Now they should come to first class understanding in the Vedas.
Matter of fact, there's a very famous quote from Christ.
I think Christ said that there are many things to be spoken by. Huh?
My father's house has his house has many rooms, but I cannot tell you of it now.
Because they are 4th class, 5th class men. They will not understand. Therefore it is taken dogmas. Modern students, they are advanced in education and these things are not explained. And besides that, their education is atheistic. Therefore they are trying to reject religion.
They say you cannot study Veda because Christ said that there is no other way than himself.
Because they are 4th class, unless he says like that, how they will stick? They are not intelligent men. That's why Lord Buddha also said, there is no God. There is no God, but he is God himself.
That means the followers of Lord Buddha are less intelligent than the followers.
Less than their atheist class. So they will not understand what is God. So he says there is no God. You just hear me and become non-violent. So his idea was, let this rascal first of all become non-violent. Then they will be pure and then they will understand.
Srila Prabhupada, in Nectar of Devotion, you explained that there are 3 classes of devotees. And you said the 3rd class devotee, he has belief, but he cannot explain or give any support.
Yeah.
This is like Christian.
Yeah.
They believe that there
If
is God.
they believe there is God, that is sufficient. That is sufficient. But now, they being advanced in education, they want to know how God is there. There is no explanation, therefore they reject it.
They try to explain scientifically what's in the
What
Bible.
that science is rascal.
Yeah.
So how they will able? Because the whole thing is rascal. How they will explain God? Those who are actually advanced scientists, they are explaining there must be God. They say.
So otherwise the rascals, they try and explain scientifically. They come to the
What is that science? All science is rascal.
Yeah.
It's like they have never seen what is there in the planet and they are concluding there is no life. You see? So they are all rascals. Maybe 1 or 2 like that gentleman who says that no, there is God, there is God.
So Prabhupada, you said belief is enough?
Yes, for the
Common?
non-educated rascals, belief is that is required. Blind belief, that is good.
Blind faith.
Yes.
But to become an advanced devotee, you have to have knowledge?
Therefore, it is said, Chaturvidha bhajante mam. Sukriti na Arjuna. Jnani, yes. What is called? No, this first word, distress, Artha, Artharthi, Jnani and Jigyasa. So, some innocent man, when he is distressed, has believed in God. So he approaches God. God, I am distressed, I am behind. He is simply on faith. That is good. And Jnani means he wants to know actually what is God. Then his inquiries advance.
Srila Prabhupada, sometimes philosophers make a distinction between knowledge and a belief. They say you can believe in something, but that doesn't mean that you necessarily know that thing which you believe in.
Yes, that's right. Therefore, for the neophytes, less intelligent, they should believe. That is the only way. Vishwas. So generally, mass of people, they are not so educated. They should believe.
It says in the Bhagavatam,
Therefore, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita it is said that Vishwas Shabde Sudhira Nishchaya Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sadhva Karma Krita Saddha means faith. So, in Christian science also there is that faithful. So this faith may be blind, but that is required.
like a child.
Yes. Saddha Shabde Vishwas. Saddha, faith means believing firmly. That is Saddha, or faith. There is no question. Yes. Saddha Shabde Vishwas. Therefore we have to believe in the Vedas. Vedas also says like that. That example I will give sometime. That cow dung is stool. In one place it is said stool is impure. In another place it is said cow dung is pure. Now one may argue, what is this? Contradiction. But you have to believe it. That is basic. And that is actually being done. So without faith you cannot make advance. The skeptics, they have no faith, therefore they are lost. You must have faith.
What is that ingredient, or what is that thing which causes faith to develop in one? From someone becoming
Purity. Purity. The more you become pure, the faith is powerful.
So faith comes from previous pious activity? Faith comes from previous pious activity?
No, may not be previous activity. You believe the authority, spiritual master.
That comes from purity.
Yeah.
Faith. As purity develops, it becomes more faithful.
That purity is Ado Suddha. Beginning is faith. Now, Tato Sadhu Sangha. We mix with faithful men. Then it will develop. Otherwise, if you take simply initiation and then sleep, then faith will be lost. That is happening. You see? Therefore it is said, Ado Suddha Tato Sadhu Sangha. You accept faith, maybe blindly. Now, you make further progress by mixing with advanced devotees. Then it will remain fixed. Otherwise you will lost.
Faith is fixed by knowledge?
No, faith may be blind, but it increases. If you stick to faith and follow the principles, then it will increase. Sameva spurattada. Just like Jasya Devi Parabhakti, Yatha Devi Tatha Guru. So if you have got faith in spiritual master, then you will advance. If you have no faith, then it will be lost.
And unless one is pure, he will not have faith.
No.
Isn't it also like a child?
Yeah, yeah, everyone is tired. So, the father says, do this, that's all. Like, write A. He does not know what is A, but his father says, you write like this. That will increase his education.
But doesn't it come first because of trust?
Huh?
Trust also?
Yes, trust. Without faith, you cannot advance even an inch. So therefore it is required.
Right. What are the symptoms of purity?
Just like I do not know where this pathway goes, but you show me this way. So without faith, how can I go? If I have no faith, then I cannot move in an inch. I believe, yes, he is all right, let me go. This is faith. I do not know whether it is going, which way it is going. So without faith, you cannot move in an inch. The faith must be there. Either it is true or blind.
Everyone has faith.
Yeah, everyone has. Therefore, the direction should be taken from the perfect. And with faith, he will make progress.
So, but Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that where everyone puts their faith, he gives them the steadiness to worship in that way. So how come so many people, they put their faith in all these false gurus or people that impose themselves as ones who are in knowledge, and then they become fooled? Is this previous activities, simple activities?
What is that?
You explained that in your lecture yesterday,
Hmm?
that Krishna is in the heart, and he's giving direction to remember or to forget. Sometimes he's directing to remember him, sometimes to forget him.
Yes. Because if you have no faith, then Krishna will not give you instruction. And he is faithless, will not make progress. Stops.
But people are putting their faith in so many different places.
So many means he has no faith in anything.
Prabhupada?
As soon as you say so many, that means he has no faith. He is faithless.
Prabhupada? You say that purity is required for faith to develop. What are the symptoms by which one can be said to be pure?
That is, this guy, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. So if you have faith, he will not do it. But because you have no faith, he will do it. And then he will go to ruin.
The Karmis have faith that the sun will come up every day. Everyone has faith that the sun will come up every day.
Yeah.
That is actually faith in the workings of the Supreme, Krishna.
What is your idea? I do not follow. Everyone knows the sun will appear. Faithless or faith?
Is that faith?
Not faith, it's fact. He's seeing every day.
So probably the scientists will argue.
That is faith means on knowledge. So faith with knowledge is very good. But beginning must be faith. With knowledge or without knowledge.
So probably the scientists will argue that Krishna consciousness won't be scientifically accepted if it's just based on...
Scientists, how they can argue like that? Therefore they are rascals. First of all, they explain something theoretically. Hydrogen and oxygen mixed together, it becomes water. It is faith. Then it is practically shown in the laboratory. So faith is the beginning. Theoretical knowledge means faith. Then experiment.
The Vedic knowledge is also that way.
Huh?
The Vedic knowledge is also that way.
Yeah.
So first we hear from the Guru that Krishna is God. We have faith in that, we chant, and then we come to know.
As you become purified, then your faith becomes fixed up with knowledge. Therefore that is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Jesham tu antagatam papam. One who has finished his sinful life, he can become a devotee. Otherwise one cannot. First of all, beginning in faith. Then by following the process, he becomes completely sinless. Then he full knowledge. And so long he will be sinful, the things will be not properly manifested. Jeshantu antagatam pap.
So knowledge is not necessary for faith, but faith is necessary for knowledge.
Yeah. Therefore devotee, without any knowledge, becomes devotee. Faith, only faith. The devotee advances, jnanam cha jat ohitahu. Later on they become automatically full of knowledge. Because they have strong faith. That is also stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Tesham evanukam partham aham ajnana janatamo nasya. Because he is faithful, therefore I help him how to get knowledge. Again you come to that. Matta smriti jnanam apohanam. Everything is there.
Your lecture yesterday was so nice, Srila Prabhupada. Everything, so many ideas from Bhagavad Gita all explained and put together so nicely.
Blind faith is the belief that that little...
Blind faith without, that I already explained immediately. Why do you forget? He shows me to overcome this. So I have no faith. Why shall I go? Then I have stopped here. Finished. Movement finished. So you have to keep faith. Blind. And if the man who is giving direction is perfect, then your faith will make you advance. But if you go to a rascal, cheater, and if you have faith, blind faith, then you are lost.
Like that little rock that I saw, that is from the moon. Yeah, that is blind faith.
Yes, blind faith.
Wrong thing.
Socrates also, he was discussing epistemology, and he said that faith or belief is as good as knowledge for all practical purposes.
Yes. The same thing, the child has no knowledge, but he has faith in his parents, and he believes what his parents say, then he is making progress. I have faith in him. I give sometimes this example, just like you go to a barber shop and you put your neck like this and he is the razor. So unless you have faith, no, he is a good man, he will not cut my throat. How can you do so? The faith is weakness. If you have no, if you say, no, I have no faith in you, then you cannot be cleansed.
The example became very clear when we went to India. Because the barbers are so, they look like they could cut your throat.
You can do that, but you must have faith. There is no saving. So many, suppose you are going to some unknown place. Now you are purchasing, paying $2,000 ticket. But where is the guarantee that you will go there? You are paying first money, but there is no guarantee that you will go there. Then, how do you get the ticket? How do you get on the plane? Unless without faith. The faith, without faith you cannot move an inch. It must be there. Believe. No. This ticket is issued by the Pan American, they are good company, and so many people are going, so I go. That's all. The faith. You never went there, neither you know whether it will be possible to go there. But still you have to go. That is faith. Yes, there are so many things. There is no guarantee that he will reach there. But still you have to purchase ticket. You have to get on the plane. That is faith.
And all the passengers have to have faith in the captain of the plane.
Whatever it may be, the faith must be there. Without faith you cannot.
Actually, that's what scientific knowledge, or at least atheistic science, is based upon. That on one hand, the deists believe in faith that there is a supreme, but the atheists believe that undoubtedly there cannot be, because we have not seen it.
That is their foolishness.
No
The
faith.
same example can be applied. I am not gone there. How can I pay you? First of all, let me go there, then I shall pay. He may say. But he will get out. First of all, pay, then he comes. That's it.
When we were first coming to this movement, Srila Prabhupada, we opened Bhagavad Gita. Myself, I said, I don't understand this. So I began to clean the floor, wash the dishes,
Yeah,
cut the vegetables,
very good.
and then by
Sevanmukhi jivado. By service only. You can understand God simply by service. There is no other way. And the faith begins from the tongue. You see? Therefore it is advised that you chant and take prasad. Then faith will come. Sevanmukhi jivado. It begins, the faith begins from the tongue. Why? People will be surprised. Faith must begin from the mind, from the eyes. Why it is said tongue? They do not know. That is also faith. That simply engaging tongue in the service of the Lord, I shall understand. So this is also blind faith, but actually it is happening. Chant Hare Krishna and take prasad.
So most of these people, they're so ignorant that we should try to engage them in works of devotion rather than...
This is devotion. Please come here, chant with me and dance with me. And when you are tired, take prasad. That's all.
Just like $5,000 worth of faith in the
Huh?
that $5,000 worth of faith yesterday in the prasada.
Yes. So whatever is said in the Shastra now, they say faith begins from the tongue. Now it is surprising. How is that? But it is a fact.
To encourage their faith, therefore the sadhu must give a set example of purity.
Sadhu Shastra Guru Vakka Tinete Koriya Vikku. Guru Mukha Padma Vakka Chittete Koriya Vikku. Arana Koriya Mane. Don't go anywhere else. Take this faithfully. The orders of Guru. You are singing then. Arana Koriya Mane. This is faith, strong faith. And that is described in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Shraddha Sabde Vishwa Sudhira Nishta. Vishwa, firm faith, that is Shraddha. It means to believe strongly. That is faith.
So actually, in regards to my father or atheists or scientists,
They are
in general,
faithless.
they'll never believe.
They are faithless, therefore they will never make any progress.
Even if Krishna
Their
was
first principle is sacrifice. And in the Shastra, Adho Shuddha, first of all faith. And these rascals, they have no faith, therefore they do not make any progress. And Rupa Goswami says, Adho Shuddha, begin with faith. So they cannot realize, condemn. Because Krishna is Uddha, the knowledge. Matta smriti apohanancha. So Krishna is saying, this rascal is faithless. All right, make him more faithless. He will never understand. That is atheist.
What is hope for them?
To become faithful, surrender, that is. Therefore Krishna says, you rascal, surrender. You are not faithful, therefore you are condemned. You surrender first, then next thing. Unless he becomes a surrendered soul, there is no hope. There is no hope. He will never understand.
What is the best way, Srila Prabhupada, to instill a little faith? How do we instill some faith in these people?
Little faith, therefore you associate. Just like we are inviting this morning lecture. Coming. Faith will come.
They will not come. They will not.
He will not come, then he is condemned. Let them remain animals. If you don't go to school, there is no question of education. There is a question of education. One must go to the school with faith that I will be educated. That is the question.
If they take some prasadam, that will help them?
Yes. That is your mercy, that you are, he is faithless rascal, all right, you take prasad. That will help you.
Maybe please know that Kartikeya said he's looking forward to going to Mayapur.
Yeah. Otherwise, why he is coming here?
Yes.
There must be some place.
I spoke with him the other day, and he said now he's getting a degree, but now he does not know what to do with it. So he sees that all of his activity of going to school and getting degrees is useless, waste of time if there's no connection with Krishna.
Actually, nobody can leave you alone in street now. Once they've come and take this list of Krishna consciousness, nobody can leave. Everyone comes back. Sometimes you become confused a little, but nobody can leave you.
That is Krishna's mercy. Mukunda or Murari. Mukunda. He was going everywhere. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rejected him. Not this rascal to come here. You know that?
Yes.
Mukunda. Kharjhatiya Vata. Namapi sarvesham madgato antaratpala. Then? Sudhyava.
Yes.
That is it. If he has no faith, then he remains in darkness.
If we save the common people by giving them prasadam, how can we save the impersonalists?
That will come later. This will not come. They will never come. Because they do not believe in the personal feature of God.